Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Mary J. Blige has been determined to limit any association with Diddy in recent months, beginning with when he was sued by Cassie in November last year for a wide range of terrible things. It went on after Diddy got struck by the federal authorities, and after the video that just spilled of Diddy severely putting paws on Cassie, Mary J. Blige totally distanced herself from Diddy, guaranteeing that she had no clue about what was happening except for fans calling BS on this, blaming her for choosing not to see Diddy's activities and assisting him with concealing it. Went on after Diddy got struck by the federal authorities and after the video that just spilled of Diddy severely putting paws on Cassie. Mary J. BL totally distanced herself from Diddy, guaranteeing that she had no clue about what was happening except for fans calling BS on this, blaming her for choosing not to see Diddy's activities and assisting him with concealing them. Mary J. Trench and Diddy aren't all that amazing, yet the speed at which she's distancing herself once fans began hauling her is insane. Well, that is a stunner, like Jay-Z. Mary J. Beal has consistently guaranteed that she and Diddy are tight for life, her ride or pass on, and everything. On the off chance that you think Diddy and Jay-Z are close, he and Mary J. BL are on another level. They go way back to the mid-90s. Diddy even produced a portion of her most memorable collections, counting her presentation. What's the 411? No doubt they've known one another for something like 33 years. Diddy has consistently given her blossoms for being quite possibly of the best entertainer and performers of all time. In a meeting, he said Mary J. BL, one of the best narrators in R&B history. She made a land for ladies all over the planet to talk their reality to control. So no one merits this achievement more than her, more than being my sister and my dearest companion. She will be for all time a trailblazer and the sovereign reign of hip-bounce soul who stays a relentless power that can achieve anything she sets her psyche to. Yet things experienced a plunge from the last part of the 1990 to the mid-2000s. They had a significant spat and scarcely represented not many years there. Meat was really extraordinary in the long run. Mary J. BL conceded that the entire situation was her shortcoming. She said that she was a wreck in those days and just couldn't hold her demonstration together. She said the explanation we split up is me not figuring out the business the way I expected to comprehend it. At the time she made sense of he had a mark, he had a female craftsman, he had a Blige. Yet during the time I was truly hounding myself, I was a wreck. One any brilliant man or financial specialist would have gotten away from me. It seemed like he was becoming far off, yet thinking back I currently comprehend the reason why I wasn't conveying as expected. I wasn't dealing with my well-being, so how might he toss his dice on me? Diddy in the end pardoned her, and they returned to being best friends. Yet presently Mary is attempting to persuade everybody that she and Diddy aren't generally as close as we suspect, guaranteeing that she severed that tie quite a while ago. The planning of this is really fascinating. It appears as though she's attempting to limit any association with Diddy since things have gone south for him, with him being sued by 5 unique individuals for SA, and with the video that just spilled of Diddy harming Cassie. Mary isn't staying close to a new observation film acquired solely by CN, which appears to substantiate a portion of the charges against a music tycoon. Diddy Combs. The video caught on numerous cameras shows his then-sweetheart Cassie Ventura in a foyer at a Los Angeles inn in Walk 2016, a claim documented by Ventura in November last year and settled the following day. Mary has been going far beyond to reduce most, if not all, connection with Diddy of all time since the federal authorities struck his homes in spring after the strike on Diddy's LA and Miami houses. Country Security put out an announcement saying recently that country security examinations in New York executed policing as a feature of a continuous examination with help from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our nearby policing. Anyway, Diddy's legal counselors hammered the federal authorities and guaranteed that it was a witch hunt. They put out an announcement that said this uncommon snare, matched with a high level of facilitated media presence, prompts an untimely race to the judgment of Mr. Combs and is just a witch chase in light of meritless allegations made in common claims. There has been no finding of criminal or common risk with any of these charges. Mr. Combs is honest and will keep on battling each and every day to demonstrate his innocence. However, the federal authorities weren't playing with Diddy. Soon, they fired, getting and confining individuals near him. His children, Justin and Christian, were bound and confined during the strike. 2 of his aides were captured, and his supposed providers, Bren and Paul, were seized at the Miami Worldwide Air Terminal for ownership. The RICO charges were approaching, and everybody saw it coming, including to Mary J. Blige. She didn't sit around idly posting an enigmatic message on Instagram saying, "Sadly, a great deal of all of you met me when I needed limits, and was an accommodating person allowed me to once again introduce myself." I cut off ties depending on the situation. While certain individuals were stunned, many weren't all that shocked after all. No one needs to get a RICO case in addition to. There's been discussion for some time. I know that Mary JBL got through a similar treatment Cassie did while she was with Diddy. Purportedly, Diddy beat her up and forced her to utilize a Taiwan. To satisfy him, reports guarantee Mary would have rather not made it happen and would separate in tears a while later. There were likewise bits of gossip that Diddy got her pregnant, yet constrained her to dispose of it, since he didn't have any desire to have a child with her. This occurrence damaged her so severely that she chose never to have offspring of her own. She alluded to this in a meeting where she said, "I have nieces, furthermore nephews perpetually, and I'm continuously seeing the way in which individuals are scrambling for sitters. I would rather not go through that. I like my opportunity to proceed to move and would what I like to do. I would rather not need to watch out for somebody all the time. Right, well, that is where I'm at yet. I don't think having children will occur yet. Stand by that as yet not the whole story. I mean, E has kept on being companions with Diddy even after he did all that, so why precisely is she changing around on him now? I mean, separated from the way that she is getting hauled for rottenness by fans for supporting and abetting Diddy's terrible way of behaving. Yet that is not all, since it just so happens Mary likewise had several dearly held secrets for those who didn't know. Mary J. BL had a close connection with vocalist Danny Kid when he was 16 and she was 24. Danny uncovered the issue in a meeting last year, saying that whenever they first got personal, it was in 1995. After the source grants, he guaranteed that he and Mary J. BL were welcome to a party alongside others like Diddy's child mom, Misa Hilton. He guaranteed that he spent time with the gathering and had 2 or 3 beverages prior to returning to his room. However, at that point, somebody got back to him, guaranteeing that there was a lady who needed to see and meet him when he got to the room where he was approached to go. Mary and Misa were the only ones in the room we were talking in. I assume I left out, and she has gotten back to me up to the room and expressed a return higher up. Me and the old lady believe that need should see you, his old lady. Mary's sitting on the music lounge chair, so I know the young lady that he in bed with don't need me. So I went shutting. I plunked down and I began conversing with Mary, and within I'm going to lose it. 'Cause I'm really staying here conversing with Mary. She's perched on the lounge chair and we requested a few food and a few additional beverages. He proceeded to guarantee that Mary got very delicate with him and was effectively playing with him. He likewise asserted that she put her head in his lap, contacted him, and that things got extremely serious. Hello. I'm 15, 16 years old, and she laying on the lounge chair and I'm perched on the opposite end, and she sat down on the sofa and put her head in my lap. Like, damn, he can't be discussing. Mary was discussing. She maintained that Nisha return up here now. She on my lap, and I'm sitting and I'm pondering. I'm similar to affirm, what is this going to end doing? And she remained a couple more hours, and we chose to go in our room 'cause it was a sweep. We went in one more space and sat down, and she sat down with me. She's similar to upheld against me, and each time she back facing me, I would move away, and you realize they ultimately carried out the thing, and it was anything but something one time either. As per him, they kept doing the frightful, and it transformed into an all-out undertaking with Mary. Think that he is out to New York frequently, so they can get their oddity on. He guarantees that she led him on and fooled him to believing that they were in a serious relationship, yet he, before long, figured out that she likewise had a thing happening with Tupac at the time. From that time, I had a chance to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. Well, you realize that is the reason I was somewhat befuddled at the point when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot young lady, see you around, then she was my young lady around then. I'm 15, 16 years of age, and she flying me in to see her, and you know what it is, the Pope. Ain't which a young lady back up on you youthful. I'm attempting to show her that she ain't staging me despite the fact that it was consensual. Danny was as yet a minor. So this puts it directly in the class of legal say, which is like a portion of the charges rested against Diddy by Lil Bar and his claim. We found this out after we went far beyond to move away from Diddy. However, like I said, fans are not accepting this. Fans are hauling her by her child hairs, bringing up how she was completely satisfied to keep her mouth shut about Diddy in any event, venturing to call him her ride or bite the dust. Fans accept that she assisted Diddy with concealing his wrongdoings, and she isn't quite as honest as she professes to be, leaving fans well known, expressing similarly. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.